That's the start of
Thank you very much indeed. Your Excellency, my dear brother, my friend, my colleague, and also my in-law, the governor of the great state of Edo. Let me recognize the Secretary to Government and the members of the Bayelsa State Executive Council. I recognize the members of the Edo State Executive Council and proper functionaries of both states, our respected elders and leaders and opinion leaders who are here, youth leaders, gentlemen and ladies of the press, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to, on behalf of the government and the good people of this great state, receive and warmly welcome to his own state, because this is our in-law. His wife is an Ijaw, and so when he's coming to Bayelsa, he's coming home. And he's a good friend and a good brother. I want to, on behalf of the government and the good people of this great state, welcome you, my brother, to Bayelsa, with members of your entourage. Thank you particularly for choosing today to be with us. With your presence here, we will use this opportunity to discuss a whole number of issues, economic issues, issues affecting regional security, issues of cooperation within our region to advance our economy. But let me also appreciate you for the great moves you are making, industrialization efforts, efforts aimed at building seaports and encouraging the private sector to come in to explore abundant resources in your state and in this region. A wonderful thing you are doing there. We appreciate that. And we will discuss some of these ideas and rub minds together. And so I want to welcome you for coming. After my brief remarks now, my brother will also make some brief remarks, and the gentlemen and ladies of the press will excuse us so that we can have a brotherly, fraternal discussion. When we finish, we will have another opportunity now to interact with the press on the specific issues we will be discussing and agreeing upon. But on behalf of the government and the good people of this state, my brother, I want to welcome you home and also thank you for the great work you are doing for all our people, and trust that your visit here and the subsequent visit I will also make to you in no distant time will further strengthen the historic bonds of friendship and collaboration between our people. Welcome and God bless you.
I want to use this opportunity to thank Your Excellency for the initiative of inviting me. So when we met in Abuja, and when you came to, first to thank you for taking time out to attend the first anniversary of my inauguration to office. I haven't formally come to say thank you sincerely. And also for the initiative of inviting me that we should come and discuss issues of mutual interests to our region. I'm sure you all know, His Excellency is the chairman of the South-South Governors Forum, and Edo State is the gateway to the South-South. So there are issues, there are common interests that we need to talk about and to pursue. But so this afternoon, I decided to come in with members of my cabinet and a highly respected chief to also use the opportunity to rub minds on issues of cooperation, some issues involving the Ijaw community, which has been, in my view, blown out of proportion blown out of proportion. So we felt that being a leader, the political leader in the region, we should have the opportunity to talk about all issues, no matter how difficult they may seem. And as the MC said in his opening remarks, the key prerequisite to economic development is peace. We cannot continue to be angry. Anger does not resolve situations. We, at this point in time, as a country, as a people, as a region, need to understand that our key priority must be economic progress, trying to ensure that we lift our people out of the doldrums of poverty. So, I want to thank you for hosting me, and that this is only the beginning of a series of interactions and meetings. I want to appreciate you and your family, and pray that God will continue to guide you and give you wisdom as you pilot the affairs of the state. Thank you.
First of all, I have had a very fruitful discussion with my dear brother who is visiting, and I must once again thank you, good brother and friend, for finding time, taking time out of a very tight schedules to be here for us to discuss on the issues that we've talked about. The governor of Edo State and I have discussed on a whole range of issues, bordering firstly on regional security, peace and stability as a necessary condition for development. We have agreed on that, and our discussion centered on how we need to build bridges of understanding and work together to deepen the peace initiatives and the security investments that both states and other states within the region are making. And we agreed that we need to do that more often. We need to work together to ensure that the prevailing secure and stable climate is provided for investment to thrive, for development and prosperity to thrive. Because in the end, and the governor and I again agreed on that all politics will amount to nothing if it doesn't result in prosperity, if it doesn't put food on the table of our people. And so I commend in particular the governor's drive for industrialization in the state, just as the efforts we are making in this state are also beginning to yield efforts. And we have agreed to intensify consultations and collaborations in that regard. We also discussed and agreed on the need for regular peer review. And here and I have discussed on the need to compare notes in the areas that we need to know what each other is doing, what our governments are doing, and then learn from one another. And we have discussed on a template for doing that. There are other specific issues we discussed, and that has to do with the issues and concerns of law and order in the communities where Ijaw people reside in Edo State. And we agree that he is the governor. He needs all the support, he needs our support. He has the support of the state government, the government of Bayelsa State, to support and encourage and work with him. And all our people there to ensure that there is law and order, there is peace, there is stability, and there is fairness and there is justice for all concerned. I will, in the next coming days and weeks, once we agree on a date, he has invited me to pay a visit to Edo State, and I look forward to being received by my dear brother. I thank you for what you are doing in your state. Thank you for finding time to come and visit us. And I thank you also for the peace moves that you have initiated in Edo State with the Ijaw communities, which has resulted in some kind of peace and stability. And let me use this opportunity to say that most of the leaders of the Ijaw communities are also here. They are here to join me to receive their governor, because the governor of Edo State is the governor of all those who are in Edo State. And he has responsibility constitutionally and legally for their well-being, for their stability, for their safety and their welfare. And I trust and believe that Governor Obaseki, being who he is, a good man, knows what to do, I can assure my people that they are safe. And we will constantly interact with him to sort out whatever gray areas that there may be on some of these issues. On this note, let me invite my dear brother, the governor of Edo State, performing governor of Edo State, for that matter, to say a word or two.
Thank you very much, my brother and chairman, His Excellency Chief Seriake Dickson, Governor of Bayelsa State. You've been such a wonderful host. I called only a few days ago to inform you that I wanted to come and visit, and instantly you said, I am free on Saturday, please come and have lunch with me. So thank you very much. His Excellency has said it all. I'm here today to discuss with our chairman. His Excellency is the chairman of the South-South Governors Forum on regional cooperation, on a range of issues affecting our region, particularly economic, social, and security matters. And I've gotten the assurances from him that we will continue to work very closely as states within the region, despite our political differences, or that we come from different parties, and that in the next coming months or and years, we will undertake measures to further strengthen regional cooperation. We have our Braced Commission, and we haven't done too much with it. Working with him closely now, we're going to ensure that we resuscitate the Braced Commission and look for areas of common understanding. In the area of peer review, we, as you know, in the Niger Delta have some common programs that have been initiated, and we are going to be working with our brothers in Bayelsa to explain how we in Edo State have taken advantages of some of the opportunities, and to also explain our challenges and share experiences on how we could. Sorry, this is a Bayelsa flag. On how we like I say, we could mutually learn from one another. As regards the issue of the Edo Ijaws, you have Edo is an it's a very diversified state. We have people of different cultural origins in Edo. We have Ijaws in Edo, and we've unfortunately had a bit of misunderstanding. Some of those misunderstandings have now been cleared, and we have invited His Excellency to visit to further enunciate the decisions we have taken today to make every one of them feel included in Edo State and to be part of the economic growth which we envisage that will occur in the next few years. In terms of regional security, Edo is the entry point into the region, and it's important that we secure the region from Edo right through to Calabar. And we're going to be working together with the federal authorities to ensure that we synchronize our regional efforts with those of the federal authorities.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, there's one very important matter we have left out, and that is the issue of restructuring. we discussed that, you know, he's of the other party. He's of the other party. And I mentioned to him that the report of his party shows firstly that all Nigerians, irrespective of political affiliation, irrespective of where they come from, irrespective of religious background, all Nigerians are now convinced on the subject matter of restructuring. That restructuring is a national imperative. It has become a necessity. And I urged him, as the APC governor in this region, wonderful gentleman, to mobilize all the resources at his disposal to push, continue to push, make the case for a restructured Nigeria before 2019. And he assured me, he himself is very passionate about the issue of restructuring. As you all know, I just wanted us to all know that we have our governor on that platform within this region, who is also championing that case and who has given assurances that that will be done. Maybe, my brother, because of the importance of this, maybe you say one or two things.
I'm sure you've all seen the reports from our party, the APC, on a range of national issues. If you haven't, I urge you to go to the website and look at the reports. And amongst several other reforms that our party is proposing is one of power devolution, so that we can reduce or make a lot of Nigerians, many more parts of Nigeria feel that they are in Nigeria, and reduce the concentration of power and resources in the center. This is one of the key issues. Some people like to call it restructuring, but our document talks about devolution of powers, which is the same thing, I believe.
Yeah.